Welcome to our workshop on gratitude. Why is gratitude important and helpful? Well, I talk to a lot of people, a lot of clients regularly, and they often tell me that they spend a lot of their lives feeling stress and tension. And our brains are actually wired to notice danger and problems in our lives to keep us safe. So there is a benefit to that. But the downside is that there's no special wiring in our brains to help us feel happy and grateful and joyous about things around us. So it's really up to us to find the pathway to get there. And as I'm going to tell you, gratitude is an easy and a fast and a free tool to help us. So let's go into detail and talk about gratitude. Did you know that gratitude can improve our mood and our attitudes? And there are even health and physical findings that are associated with gratitude practice, that it can improve our health and physical findings. And that gratitude can help us feel more positive emotions. It can even help improve sleep. There is a famous medical clinic, and they have an article on gratitude, and they say if this were a pill, everyone would want it. And I agree. I think gratitude is a gift to us, it's a gift to ourselves. And it's fast, it's easy, and it's free. It's even faster than meditation. When we meditate, we usually take maybe 15, 20 or more minutes. When we go for a walk outside in nature, that takes time. Gratitude can be really fast and simple. So let's dive right into it. Here are some of the benefits associated with gratitude. As I mentioned, improved moods and attitudes, more positive emotions. There's research that shows improved sleep quality, improved health and physical findings. The research shows improved findings like lowered blood pressure, reduced symptoms of pain, lowering levels of inflammation in the body. We find elevated optimism and resilience when we practice gratitude. And it helps us deal better with adversity and challenges, knowing that we have goodness in our lives, even when we're going through some difficult times, some challenges. And it can also improve our confidence and self-esteem because we can think about times that there have been positive things that happened to us, that we've handled things well. So I think there are a number of reasons why gratitude can be really helpful. Let's talk first really about the definition, what gratitude is. And it really is the quality of being thankful and appreciative for what we have in our lives. And it sounds simple, but because it is so simple, we often overlook it. And we often think it's not important. This is not essential. I shouldn't be spending these 5 minutes thinking about good things. I should be thinking about what's on my mind that I'm stressed about. And that really is not true. We need to spend time with the goodness, the happiness, the joy that we experience in our lives, because it helps us evoke more positive emotions. It helps us focus on what we have instead of what we don't have, instead of what we lack. And it helps us deal with challenges feeling more empowered. So, how do we find gratitude when, we sometimes think, well, how do I do this? Because again, our brains are wired to find problems and concerns in our environment. So, how do we do this? How do we bring gratitude into our lives? Again, it's fast, it's easy, and it's free. So, my first suggestion to you is when you wake up in the morning, think about 3 things that you're grateful for in your life. Before you wake up and start thinking about all the things you have to get done during the day. Spend a few minutes and think about three things. And it can be 3 to 5 things. It doesn't have to be exactly three things, but come up with some things. What went well in your life? So it could be I'm grateful that my child helped me to get something done. Or I'm grateful that my partner and I went out and we did something special, or my family did something special together. Or I'm grateful that a relative or a friend is feeling better. Or I'm grateful that I finished an important project at work. Or maybe even something like, I'm grateful that my child has a really good teacher, and I know my child is in good hands. There could be a number of things that you can think of. Um, I would say try not to come up with the same thing every day and try to be specific. So you could once in a while say, I'm glad I have my wonderful family, but try not to use that every day. Try to be specific so you can really be active in thinking and finding things that you are grateful for. And by thinking about gratitude regularly, you become more aware in your world and more attentive to those wonderful things, to the blessings in our lives that we can be grateful for. Again, people commonly do this first thing in the morning when you wake up, or sometimes I recommend to some of my clients to do it in the evening when you're starting to power down and get ready to bed, and you want to bring your stress down, you want to be on a good emotional level. So you might want to do it first thing in the morning. You might want to do it in the evening before you're getting ready for bed. You might want to do it both, or you might want to vary. If you vary, do make sure you do it often enough and that you don't forget about it. And to go a little further, so that was the first tip, to think about gratitude. To go a little further on this, get a little notebook and write your 3 reasons for gratitude down so that you can actually have a record and a plan that you can look at over time. And you can look back and see all the things you've been grateful for. To go a little bit further, if you want, in your notebook, look at your 3 reasons for being grateful, and you might want to write a little bit about gratitude. And that's really gratitude journaling, to really take your reasons for gratitude and write about them a little bit more. It can really be heartening to write about these reasons in more detail, to go into more detail. And again, if you choose to do this, you might want to have some colored pens or markers to make it a little bit more fun. But again, gratitude, just thinking about it, is free. If you get a notebook and some colored pens or markers, it's really a small, minimal expense. And if you want to go a little bit further, in addition to what you're doing for yourself, this is the number 4 suggestion: express gratitude to someone you know. Thank a child or a partner or a family member or a friend or a coworker for somebody they did, or maybe a store clerk or somebody just you see during the day who's helpful. Express gratitude. Imagine what it feels like to be on the other side and feel somebody notice that I did something. So expressing gratitude can be really lovely. And my final tip, which is really a 5th tip, although I promised you 4, I like to give more than I promise. So a 5th tip is write a letter or a card to someone, a child, a partner, a family member, a friend, a child's teacher, or a coworker, to thank them for something special that they did. Again, remember and imagine being on the receiving end of that. I sent a card to somebody to thank them for something reasonably simple, but they called me and told me how appreciative they were, that I actually took the time that I actually noticed something that they had done. So again, gratitude can bring so much to us. It can also bring to other people in our lives. So remember, when you wake up in the morning and you hear your alarm or another signal that wakes you up, are you optimistic and ready for the day with a positive attitude? Are you feeling resilient and empowered? Or do you start your day feeling stressed, frustrated, and disempowered? If you do, maybe some gratitude practice early in the day can help you. And what about towards the end of the day when you're trying to relax and bring that stress down? A little gratitude practice can help you do that and accomplish that. Do this for 30 days, and you'll find that you have a new habit and that you'll be noticing more things in your life that you are grateful for, and that you'll have more positive emotions, more optimism, and more resilience in your lives. So let me know if these suggestions help you. I want to do a very quick active workshop on this now. I know you've been listening to this, but I want to ask some questions and lead you along a little bit. So, first question in the workshop is, do you have a gratitude practice in your life? Yes or no? And if yes, if no, rather, are you interested in developing further a gratitude practice? Do you feel this can help you? And if you do have a gratitude practice, to some of the additional topics like expressing or writing letters, would they help you? So if yes, which of the following would appeal to you? And there are simple ways and a little bit more involved. But the first level, the first key that I shared with you is just thinking of 3 areas that you're grateful for. 3 could be 3 to 5. You could do it in the morning. You could do it in the evening, just to think. The second is to write these down in a little notebook. The third is to expand on your reasons for gratitude in your gratitude journal and to write a little bit about 1 or 2 or all of them, however you wish. 4 is to express gratitude to somebody. And 5 is to write a letter or a card to somebody. So again, gratitude can really help fill us with positive emotions. We don't have a normal pathway in our brain to do that. That's pre-wired. And by building a habit of doing this, you can create your GPS, your journey, so that you can find these areas, these things to be grateful for, and to fill your life with gratitude. So I want to mention an important workshop that I am working on and building for you that I will do in a couple of weeks. I am working on a workshop on a very different topic on personal productivity. So how can we elevate and increase our personal productivity? What makes us more productive? What helps us build success and reach goals? What makes us feel more energetic, gives us more momentum? And what gets in our way? What makes us struggle? What are the obstacles? So I'm going to be building this workshop to help you elevate your personal productivity. I want you to be aware of it. I don't have the exact date for it yet, but check in our group. I will let you know when I'm going to do it. This is a big workshop, and there usually is a $250 charge when I do a workshop like this. But being in this group, you will have free entry to that workshop. So again, make sure you check regularly in our group to find out when I'm going to be doing that. As always, if I can be of any help to you or your work or your organization, let me know if there's a way I can help you directly. I work with clients individually, one-on-one, and in groups. I also do workshops and keynote presentations and general presentations to community groups, parenting groups, work groups, and organizations and businesses. So if I can be of help to you or your group, feel free to be in touch with me. You will have the link to schedule an appointment with me. And as always, make sure you check into our group during the week for all the suggestions I will put in there and for our topic for our next Sunday live session. So I wish you all a great week coming up. I am grateful for the time that we spend together and the feedback that you give me. If you have any topics that you'd like to meet me to speak on, let me know as well. I will see you in the group during the week so that you could see all the posts and back here next Sunday. Let's talk again soon.